What's happening, Spears Spotlight fam? Get ready to dive headfirst into the news cycle because the stories are dropping faster than ever, and we've got the inside scoop that you absolutely cannot miss. From Hollywood legends making waves to unexpected reflections on iconic roles, we're breaking it all down. Stay locked in because this is your essential briefing on what's shaping the world right now. You're about to get the unmissable updates, so buckle up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. A star's dual legacy. Hollywood icon meets environmental champion. Leonardo DiCaprio isn't just a name synonymous with blockbuster success. He's a powerhouse who has masterfully blended a celebrated acting career with a profound commitment to environmental advocacy. For decades, DiCaprio has captivated audiences worldwide with his versatile performances, becoming one of the most recognizable faces in modern cinema. Born in Los Angeles in 1974, his journey into the limelight began at a remarkably young age. He quickly ascended the Hollywood ladder, solidifying his status as a leading man with unforgettable roles in critically acclaimed films such as the epic romance Titanic, the mind-bending thriller Inception, and the gritty, high-octane The Wolf of Wall Street. These performances cemented his reputation as an actor capable of delivering depth, intensity, and charisma, earning him a devoted global fanbase. The pinnacle of his acting achievements arrived in 2016, when he finally clinched the coveted Academy Award for Best Actor for his grueling and transformative performance in The Revenant. This long-overdue recognition was widely celebrated by fans and critics alike, seen as a powerful validation of his immense talent, dedication, and the sheer perseverance he demonstrated throughout his career. It was a moment that underscored his status not just as a popular actor, but as a true artist who consistently pushes his boundaries. However, DiCaprio's influence extends far beyond the silver screen. In parallel with his acting endeavors, he has become a formidable force in environmental activism. Recognizing the urgent need for action on global environmental challenges, he established his own foundation, a significant platform dedicated to supporting critical international initiatives. This foundation actively champions efforts focused on combating climate change, preserving biodiversity, protecting endangered species, and promoting conservation across the globe. His foundation's work involves funding research, supporting conservation projects, and raising public awareness about the pressing environmental issues facing our planet. DiCaprio's impact today is multifaceted. He wields considerable influence not only through his compelling on-screen presence, but also through his unwavering dedication to social and environmental causes. His thoughtful perspective on humanity's relationship with nature and his proactive stance on sustainability serve as a powerful source of inspiration for millions. He uses his considerable platform to advocate for change, encouraging a more conscious and responsible approach to our planet's future, demonstrating that true impact comes from combining artistic achievement with meaningful action. But what if a role that defined a generation almost went to someone else? Up next, we hear from another Hollywood heavyweight about a certain iconic leading man and a role that could have changed everything. A near miss, reflections on Titanic stardom and the allergic reaction to fame. In the annals of cinematic history, few films have achieved the cultural phenomenon status of James Cameron's Titanic. The 1997 epic not only shattered box office records, but also catapulted its young star, Leonardo DiCaprio, into the stratosphere of global superstardom. Yet, for many actors, the intense glare of such unprecedented fame can be a challenging landscape to navigate. Ethan Hawke, a celebrated actor in his own right, recently shared his candid perspective on auditioning for the pivotal role of Jack Dawson, a role ultimately immortalized by DiCaprio. Hawke expressed a profound sense of relief that he didn't land the part, citing his belief that he wouldn't have managed the overwhelming success as effectively as DiCaprio did. Hawke, who rose to prominence with roles in films like Dead Poets Society, reflected on the immense pressure and scrutiny that accompany massive stardom. In a candid interview with GQ magazine, he remarked, "I don't think I would have handled that success as well as Leo. He was a fucking beetle." This statement highlights the extraordinary level of adoration and media attention DiCaprio received in the wake of Titanic, likening it to the frenzy surrounding the Beatles. Hawke's self-awareness about his own temperament and his aversion to the typical trappings of Hollywood stardom is evident. He has often spoken about his discomfort with the label of movie star, preferring to maintain a more grounded artistic identity. His reflections on fame extend to his personal life as well. Hawke recounted the intense media attention he and his ex-wife, Uma Thurman, experienced when their relationship became public after meeting on the set of Gattaca in 1997. He described the experience of such widespread public interest as humiliating, even when the attention was positive. This suggests a deeper philosophical stance on celebrity, where he values artistic integrity and personal privacy over the potential benefits of widespread, uninvited fame. Hawke's career trajectory has largely mirrored this sentiment. He has often chosen roles in independent films and projects that align with his artistic vision, rather than solely pursuing blockbuster opportunities. "I never self-identified as a movie star," Hawke stated, emphasizing his deliberate distancing from that archetype. "I was allergic to that. Having a trademark by my name and making $1 million, that wasn't part of my dream." This declaration underscores his commitment to his craft and his desire to avoid the commercialization of his identity as an actor. While DiCaprio embraced the global phenomenon and continued to build a career on massive commercial success, Hawke sought a different path, one focused on artistic exploration and personal fulfillment. His career includes critically acclaimed performances, Oscar nominations for his supporting roles in Training Day and Boyhood, and a consistent presence in thought-provoking cinema. Looking ahead, Hawke is set to appear in upcoming projects like the horror sequel, Black Phone 2, and Richard Linklater's new film, Blue Moon, further demonstrating his continued engagement with diverse cinematic projects. His candid admission about the Titanic role offers a fascinating glimpse into the different ways actors perceive and navigate the complex world of fame and success. It seems the path to superstardom isn't always the desired destination for everyone. Coming up, we're diving deeper into another actor's surprising take on a career-defining role. An actor's candid admission, relief over missing out on a blockbuster role. When Titanic sailed into cinemas in the mid-1990s, it didn't just make waves. It created a global tsunami of popularity, firmly anchoring Leonardo DiCaprio as one of the era's most significant acting talents. The role of Jack Dawson, the charming artist who captures the heart of Rose DeWitt Bukater, became instantly iconic. However, the casting process for such a monumental film is often a competitive one, with many talented individuals vying for the coveted parts. It has now emerged that Ethan Hawke, a respected actor known for his thoughtful performances, was among those who auditioned for the role of Jack before DiCaprio was ultimately cast. In a recent conversation with GQ Hype, Hawke reflected on his audition experience and, perhaps surprisingly, admitted that he views not getting the part as a fortunate turn of events. He shared his perspective, stating, "I don't think I would have handled that success as well as Leo. He was a fucking Beatle." This candid remark speaks volumes about Hawke's understanding of the immense and potentially overwhelming nature of the fame that Titanic bestowed upon DiCaprio. The comparison to the Beatles underscores the unprecedented level of global adoration and media frenzy that DiCaprio experienced, a level of intensity that Hawke apparently felt would have been difficult for him to manage. Hawke had previously touched upon this sentiment in a 2010 interview with The Telegraph, where he offered a more nuanced view. He recalled the intense public reaction to DiCaprio's success, noting, "The girls wanted to fuck him and all the guys wanted to fight him." This observation led him to think, "Wow man, I'm glad I didn't get that part." Yet he also confessed to a lingering thought, "But you know, secretly, I couldn't help thinking that if I had got it maybe, I could have lived exactly the life I wanted to. That I would never have had to worry about my career." This duality reveals a complex relationship with the idea of such massive success, a recognition of its potential benefits alongside a clear-eyed view of its personal costs. DiCaprio's journey post-Titanic is well documented, leading to numerous accolades, including his eventual Best Actor Oscar for The Revenant. But the casting of Jack Dawson wasn't without its near misses for other prominent actors. Reports have surfaced about Matthew McConaughey's audition, where a choice he made during his screen test with Kate Winslet, according to producer John Landau, didn't quite impress the production team, despite Winslet's apparent favor towards him. Even DiCaprio's own audition wasn't a straightforward path, as he reportedly had an initial awkward exchange with director James Cameron that could have jeopardized his casting. These insights into the casting of Titanic offer a fascinating counterpoint to the narrative of inevitable stardom, highlighting how different actors might have processed such colossal fame. Hawke's reflections provide a valuable perspective on the personal choices and priorities that shape an actor's career and well-being in the face of extraordinary opportunity. It's clear that the path to Hollywood stardom is paved with many twists and turns. Next, we're exploring another actor's candid feelings about a role that defined an era. Fame allergy: why an actor is glad he missed out on Titanic's iconic role. In the landscape of 1990 cinema, few films cast as long a shadow as James Cameron's Titanic. The epic romance drama not only became a cultural touchstone, but also propelled Leonardo DiCaprio into the stratosphere of global fame. However, the journey to stardom isn't always a straight line, and sometimes, avoiding the biggest opportunities can lead to a more comfortable career path. Actor Ethan Hawke, known for his thoughtful and often independent film choices, recently revealed his relief at not securing the coveted role of Jack Dawson in Titanic, a part that ultimately went to DiCaprio. Speaking with GQ magazine, Hawke, who had auditioned for the role, confessed that he believes he would not have handled the immense success that followed Titanic as well as DiCaprio did. He famously quipped, "He was a fucking Beatle," drawing a parallel between DiCaprio's post-Titanic fame and the Beatlemania phenomenon. This statement suggests a deep introspection on Hawke's part regarding his own capacity to manage the intense public scrutiny and adulation that comes with becoming a household name overnight. His career has often been characterized by a deliberate avoidance of the blockbuster circuit and the pressures associated with being a traditional movie star. Hawke elaborated on this sentiment, explaining his aversion to the conventional markers of stardom. "I never self-identified as a movie star," he stated. "I was allergic to that." He further explained that the idea of having a personal brand or a guaranteed high income wasn't his primary ambition. Instead, his focus remained on the artistic process and the craft of acting. This perspective contrasts sharply with the trajectory of many actors who actively seek out massive commercial success. Hawke's career choices reflect a commitment to artistic integrity and a desire to maintain a sense of normalcy and creative freedom, which he felt might have been compromised by the overwhelming fame associated with Titanic. His reflections also touch upon the often unseen pressures of the awards season. Hawke recalled his own Oscar nomination for Training Day in 2002, noting that he did not actively campaign for the award, unlike many of his peers. He attributed the increasing political nature of awards campaigns partly to figures like Harvey Weinstein, suggesting that the industry learned to monetize the awards circuit, turning it into a form of investment. This critical view of the superficial aspects of Hollywood further solidifies his stance on seeking substance over celebrity. While many actors, including Corey Feldman and Matthew McConaughey, were reportedly in contention for the Jack Dawson role, Hawke's candid admission offers a unique perspective on the potentially double-edged sword of massive fame. It highlights that success can be measured in different ways, and for some, avoiding the overwhelming spotlight might be the more fulfilling path. Hawke continues to build a respected career through diverse roles, demonstrating that a different kind of success is achievable outside the glare of global superstardom. It's fascinating to hear how different actors approach the highs and lows of Hollywood. Stay with us as we bring you more surprising takes on the industry. That's a wrap on another incredible news cycle. We saw Leonardo DiCaprio balancing Hollywood stardom with environmental passion, Ethan Hawke reflecting on dodging Titanic's intense fame, and more insights into the roles that shape careers. Don't miss out on any of our future deep dives. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the Spears Spotlight for your essential news updates. Ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Drop a comment below telling us your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.